Welcome. This video here is to help you in managing feelings of loneliness during isolation. So one of the things that's commonly being experienced at the moment is the feeling of isolation and loneliness. This has obviously come about as a result of social distancing and needing to now self-isolate, which means that for many of us, our lives are quite different to what they were before. Many of us will be working from home, but even if you're not, you may still be finding that your new life consists of maybe just going to work, and the things that you previously enjoyed, such as meeting with friends or going to the gym, have stopped. This may leave you feeling quite lonely, and the feeling can take you completely by surprise, as this might be not a feeling that you've experienced before. So here are a few tips on what may help you in managing these feelings associated with loneliness due to isolation. So what can help? Well, first of all, it's important to recognise that this is something you are going through. So if you're feeling out of sorts, notice the feeling and thoughts you're having around it. That way you're able to do something about it. So if you're thinking, I can't stand feeling lonely, remind yourself that you're alone only for these moments in time, and that soon you will be able to interact with people again. Or that you can control some of these factors and how you feel about it, so you can have more positive thoughts, feelings, and actions about the situation. It's important to normalise loneliness in the sense that it's normal to feel this way, and there are actually lots of other people feeling this way too. So recognise it's okay to feel lonely, but like before, you won't always feel this way because this situation will pass. We're in quite an unusual situation at the moment, but it's temporary, and so you will overcome it and the feelings that also come with it. You can reframe the experience. So a reframe helps us to view the situation from a different perspective. So if you're having negative thoughts and feelings about being in isolation, consider the positives. What is being in isolation useful for? So what might you be able to do now that you may not have had time to do, or which being at home can now enable you to do? So you may be able to learn a new skill or hobby, have time to take up baking or yoga, watch a TV series, learn technology such as Skype or Zoom, or perhaps do some gardening. The best thing that we can do when we're unhappy in a given situation is to create a plan. So you can develop a plan for now, perhaps for all those hobbies that you can take up, and ways to feel good now. But also have a plan for the future, so you can have something to look forward to. Perhaps plan that trip with friends, plan a holiday you've always dreamed of. But it's important to view it as a positive and something to look forward to. Do not dwell on not being able to do that now. Make connections. So when we're feeling lonely, finding ways to connect with people is really important. Even if you live with someone, it can still feel lonely if you're not connecting. So find something to do together, a shared hobby, perhaps playing board games or quizzes, or invest your time in having a nice dinner together. But whether you live with someone or not, having connections outside your home is really important, so you feel part of something bigger. So phone your friends or family, or better still, video call them so you can see them face to face, even if not in person. So often sharing a smile with someone or seeing that someone else is okay can really help how you're feeling too. And finally, do something you love each day. You may not be able to do the things that you're used to, such as going to the gym, but there are lots of things you're still able to do. You can still go for a daily walk, run, or cycle. There's also lots of things you can do at home, such as working out, doing crafts, watching TV. If there's something that brings you joy, think about how you can bring that into your current situation, because then you'll feel more positive about your life, and that will help you overcome those negative feelings from being isolated. But most importantly, don't just think about doing these things, put it into practice. Do it and reflect on the good bits and do more of those. That way you can get through this time with a really healthy mindset.